I think this will be good because we have like all different levels of coaching on tonight. And I think people can benefit from hearing what other people do to be successful. And when in terms of kind of planning out a month or a couple of months, I will say that I typically plan about plan, and I want to put this and this is why I say use a piece of paper or a notebook or a calendar that you don't mind that it's just scratch, like you're just scratching up. Because I try to plan like 3 or 4 months ahead just so that I know kind of what's in store. And the reason for that is because of launches. And I don't know if any of you have been like me, but you were very frustrated with the fact that you were in the middle of Morning Meltdown 100 and they were launching 6 weeks of the work, and then you were in the middle of 6 weeks of the work, or you weren't, and they were doing the preview for bar. Or you were still in Morning Meltdown and they were doing now you've missed 2 of them. And so I was really annoyed. And so I kind of went and looked, and I was like, okay, they've told us that 10 weeks, 10 rounds, or whatever it's calling, Joel's new program is going to be launching in April. And so I went and looked at the dates then ahead of time so that I know that I can do the 2 weeks of coach workouts that they're going to give us when they're there. I'm not going to be in the middle of a program again. So that's what, when I say planning things out, put those on your calendar so that you see them. So you can plan that way. It's okay, I might not want to be in 100-day program while this is going on, or I know I'm going to take a break from my 100-day program for these 2 weeks to do that. And so I do want to give you those dates since I do have them, but the prep, the coach exclusive window is going to be March 9th through 23rd. And you can just go to 10, whatever the program is called, 10, is it 10 rounds or 10 rounds? Yeah, okay. It's March 9th through 23rd. And you can go to the FAQ and look at these. And then it officially launches for VIP customers on the 6th. So I would guess then that means that the coach, you can buy it as a coach on the 9th. And so that's kind of what I know, that I kind of want to be wrapped up with a program by the 9th of March is kind of my goal. So that's kind of just pre-planning. Now, as far as planning a month goes, I wanted to share something that we're going to be doing in January that I'm going to offer to you. I tried it in November because before I even told you guys about it, just because I wanted to make sure it was something that I thought was good and launched to you guys. And so we hosted what we called a Fitfluencer. So for 5 days, you can try out coaching for free. And what we did is we gave them a post each day to make. We talked about the color wheel. We talked about how we make money as coaches. We talked about challenge groups. And then if they aren't a Beachbody On Demand customer, we gave them access to Beachbody On Demand and a meal plan. So it was a mini 5-day challenge group with the emphasis of coaching, and with the idea of that they're sharing their journey for those 5 days. And I had a mix. I had people that weren't Beachbody On Demand, weren't customers, and I had people that were customers, and I had 5 people, and 2 of them signed up as coaches. So I think it's going to be kind of a neat thing to do. And so we're going to be hosting them twice a month. And so if you want to put this on your calendar, we have it down for the January 6th and January 20th. And so those are, again, that way you're not having to do the coach sneak peek yourself. We're going to help you with that part. I want you guys to run awesome challenge groups, and then we're going to help you with recruiting coaches. So those are going to be available, and I would love to have you invite people to that because I think it's a cool, and we called it a Fitfluencer, and that seemed a little bit better of a title than coaching. It seems like people are scared of the word coach. We've maybe all been there where we're scared of the word coach. And so it was kind of neat to have people attracted to that. So you can be inviting to that now. And then remember that anybody that signs up to be a coach by the 6th can get into our coach challenge group and be eligible to do the like $50 Biggest Loser prize. So we have that. So this is how I plan, and I'll kind of go through how other people plan, is I typically do a new challenge group the first Monday of the month. And I usually just kind of say 21 days. Now you might have an all year program, but I kind of like every 21 days to kind of refocus and get people started. And sometimes then I have a week where I'm not like really like hardcore running a challenge, because I don't typically start them like 2 in a month. I do know that other people, when they're planning, they start theirs the 3rd Monday of the month, because that way people have already had a pay period and they've gotten paid, and usually you pay your expenses out of the first paycheck. And so like now you're hitting the 2nd paycheck and they maybe can afford it in the month. So that's something for you to consider. So that's kind of up to you. I think typically a lot of people are starting January 6th right now, just because it's like you're not really starting a group this week, December 17th or 16th for a challenge group. So I think a lot of people are starting groups on the 6th. So that's just kind of ways to look. And then I will put down on my calendar, like since I have the Fitfluencers, I like to talk about what's coming up for 2 weeks before. So starting the 6th of January, I'll start talking about Fitfluencer groups, since we have another one starting the 20th, in hopes that it's 2 weeks of me talking about coaching. And then once we hit the 20th and the Fitfluencer starts, I'll start talking for 2 weeks about challenge groups and about my next challenge group that's starting in February. And again, I typically run them the 1st of the month. So that's how it works for me. So I would just suggest talking about things for about 2 weeks prior. That way people have time to see it. They have time to sign up, get their things, all that kind of stuff. And then the other thing you want to consider in a monthly plan is free groups. Are you going to host a free group? And that could be a way for you to like talk about your challenge groups. So like a way you could funnel that, if you were going to, let's say you were going to have a new challenge group on January 20th, then on the week before, you could host a free group. So they get a free trial of Beachbody On Demand and they could try it. And by mid-time, you could say like, oh, do you like this? I have a group that's officially starting on the 20th. So that's something that you could do if you like free groups. Janelle, are you running any free groups at all?
Haven't been running any Beachbody On Demand free groups. I tend to do focused ones, like I did the clean eating ones for a while. The most recent one I ran was a meditation one. And a couple of people that I worked with recently just did a morning routine one. So my free groups are more lifestyle. Like it's just another way for me to connect with people. I haven't done actual Beachbody On Demand free groups in a really long time, but I love that idea.
Okay. And I haven't been running, besides the 12-day of fitness, we haven't ran a free group for a long time because I personally don't love them. The morning routine one, I think, Casey, is a great one to do the beginning of January. And I feel like I have a template for that somewhere. I feel like I have a template. I can look for that.
It would get me in a routine.
It does. I did the Miracle Morning, like a 5-day Miracle Morning group where like we did the concept of Miracle Morning, and it like forced me to do it because it was like, oh man, I have to make the post by 5 a.m. or whatever time you're committing to. So, oh yeah, there was a good slate call. You're right. And that is in our team page. So, remember, you guys are the boss of your own business. So if like I used to love to do free groups, and then it was like I was doing so many groups that they kind of wore me out. And so that was the one thing that I kind of let go of. But I think it's a great way to start your business and to start helping people and showing people that you're giving value, and not just asking for something right away. So I think it's great, especially for newer coaches. I mean, anybody, it's great for anybody. It's just, you have to at some point decide where you're spending your time. So, and so those are kind of the things that I put down, and it's not like rocket science, but I think you just need to kind of decide what works best for you. Put down in your schedule like trips or times you're going to be gone, and don't start a group when you're going to be gone. You know, like put that in, and then remember, and like same thing, you can, if you want to do a 21-day group, you can do a 21-day group. If you want to do a 6-week group, you can do a 6-week group. I feel like any longer than that gets hard, as we've learned from Morning Meltdown 100 and 80-Day Obsession, groups kind of fizzle. And so it's kind of nice to either just start a renew focus of that, at least within 6 weeks, I would say. So that way you're hitting it. Yeah, Crystal, I think the 6 is a great time to start, because that gives people to be, I think really after Christmas, people are ready to start, like they're ready to purchase, and then they still have the new year. So it's nice to give them like 5 or 6 days to get things in order. And you could even do like a prep week in there, like starting the 1st or 2nd, so that you've talked about nutrition, so that like on the 6th, they're ready to have their food prepped and, that kind of stuff. So yes, and see, Casey, that's a good point. You have a bachelorette party the 12th, and so it's not good for her to start the 6th. So she's going to wait till the 13th. I mean, that's why I think it's important to plan. Like, you don't want to just say like, oh, I'm going to start the 6th. Oh, wait, I'm totally not going to be there for like day 5 of our group, like that's good. So those are kind of like my tips. What I think you should do is kind of write some things down on your calendar. Someone was asking me today how I do it, and I have a digital planner, so I just write it all on my iPad. But I literally before used to just keep like 12 of the whole month, and I think I gave you guys the whole year of a printable. You could literally just print that out, and that way you can kind of mark it up. Yay! I'm so proud of you. And then I'll also on my calendar, I'll put like people's names that like I know I need to follow up with. Like they said, oh, I want to join you in March. I have trip in January. So like in March, then I will go and put that. That way it's there. And you're not like, oh, when was that again that I was supposed to follow up with them? So I'll put like follow-ups on my calendar too. But does anyone else have any tips for how you guys plan?
I'll be honest, I'm horrible at planning. So this is really good for me. I have no tips. I fly by the seat of my pants 99% of the time, being honest. And Ashley knows that's true.
I was just thinking the same thing for myself. Because I like that post I did a couple months ago about my planner, still haven't wrote in it. So maybe next year.
And I don't think that means you have to be a planner person. Like, even if it's just this mock-up calendar, like that way it's like, you're not like, oh, my group is starting next week and I haven't even posted about it. Like that way, when to start posting for things. Yeah. I will say that the next couple weeks are a great time to, people were asking me, like, make those story, like if you want to use there's Story Art or the Unfold app to create kind of like a cute image of your story. I make like 2 or 3 of those every once in a while, and then I just rotate them through. Like, and you kind of change the name of your group or things like that. You can do them in Canva if you want, but it's nice. Like right now, I'm probably not going to invite people to my challenge group this week. It's the week before Christmas. People aren't going to probably buy that type of stuff. So that's a great time to be using that. Oh, Word Swag does have stories now. Yes. Awesome. But that way you kind of have like that already done, and you can just add in like your new boot camp, like, and you can kind of recycle, change up the words a little bit, maybe change the pictures, but it's super easy. And then the other thing I'm doing right now is just having conversations with people, like just talking with them and yeah, just sharing with them. I mean, having conversations. So it's not inviting, but just connecting with people, I think is a great way. So, this is a great time. Today I asked people what they're cooking for Christmas. It's a great, and I legit want to know because we are having Christmas by ourselves, or just family of 4. I was like, I don't know what to make. So just connect with people this time of year and then hit it from there. Are you guys thinking you want to do like last year we did an after Christmas sale? So between Christmas and New Year's, we did like a flash sale. Is that something you think you want to do or not? Otherwise, I have like a form that I created, and I'm just sending people a form. And if they buy a certain amount, they get $20 off. And that way I'm not including the challenge pack in that, just because that's already discounted right now with my promo code. I know, I did too, Casey. So
It got me like my highest paycheck to date. That sale did last year. And it was really convenient for me being a teacher, because I actually had time to sit down and like really talk to people.
Yeah. I was debating just having it, like we could just do it in Inspire United challenge or whatever, instead of creating a new group, like, or we could do it in where we did the 12 days of fitness, and just make a post each day about it, instead of where, we did like all of the posts on one day. We could spread them out, like only 2 per day, and do it in there in our free community where people already are. And so that way it's not just like 10 people that just got added to it. Is something I was thinking of. I don't know. Or do you guys have any ideas on how we could do it better than we did for the flash sale?
What did we do last year?
I had a separate group and we did like 2 items a day. Yeah.
I don't know. I like your idea of sending a form to our current customers, because that's less like they already bought and they already like kind of know the products, so they've already been through that rigmarole. So it's like, because a lot of my customers haven't bought for a while. I mean, a lot of them just do bod, and like sometimes buy, like one of my friends buys probably once every 3 months. And so it's like, stock up, if you want to buy anything,
Yeah.
or wants to try something finally, then it's just a form and they don't have to sit through a whole group, because sometimes groups can be annoying to people.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
If it's somebody though that is not our customer and they don't know about the products, it's a great way to educate them.
So what if we do a combination? So what if we did, I'll give you the form and you just have to remember you have to like make a copy of it, because otherwise, and then you make a copy of the form and you send that like in a private message to your current customers, like the people, and you like can call it a thank you. Like, I want to thank you for joining me for 2019. Here's a sale. And then we could host in the Inspire United community, like where we share about the products a little bit more. and offer it there too. We could just do a couple products a day. Does that work?
Last year, did we have people go live and talk about the products?
No, but I think we should.
Uh-huh. Because it's like, it's way more personal instead of just like, I feel like when you post a picture with like a whole giant thing about it and how much it is and what it does and how it's benefited you, no one wants to read that.
I agree. But maybe like, and to make the video only like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Or less, which I say that and I'm horrible about that. I'm always like, oh, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I should probably stop talking.
You're so funny.
True.
Those of you that haven't said anything, do you like this idea? Yay, nay?
I like the idea. I really like
Okay.
the idea of going live to talk about the products too. Or, maybe doing like a Q&A type thing too, if people wanted to post like questions or something about products or.
Okay.
I like it too. I think a lot of people just like know, well, a lot of people I follow just know like the workouts and Shakeology, but I think talking about the other stuff would be really cool and good for my customers that I have right now.
Okay. So I'll do a sign up in our team page. And then that way you guys can pick what you want to share about and go live about. And I'll put like the days. We have it.
Casey said something. I like maybe going live while you're using the said product so they see what it does and how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like before you work out and you're drinking your
like make the Energize.
Make the Energize while you
are going live.
I jumped in late, like I said.
Okay.
Thanks, Casey.
Yeah, maybe we can show like our favorite Shakeology recipe too or something.
Like make your Shakeology while you do it. I like that, Crystal. Okay, let's do it. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to remind you, January is double months for Success Club points for whatever the 2021 will be, or trip will be. So like if you hit Success Club 10, you really get be $200 worth of travel points. So it's a great month to get a lot of Success Club points if you want to go on the trip. And then also want to share about the changes they made to Success Starters. It's so exciting. It is really exciting. Actually, I was super pumped when I saw it. So any coach that started in September of 2019 now can still qualify for Success Starters because they changed the way you can have the first 6 months to hit Success Club 3 times to get that free trip to Summit. So as long as within the first 6 months you hit it 3 times, you get it. So like it could be any combination. It doesn't have to be 3 months in a row. And then also on top of getting the free ticket to Summit, you will get a invite to like a test group, pilot test group. And I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know if that means it's kind of like the coach challenge, like test group that like, but it's only for newer coaches, or if it's like pre-launch, like if you get it like early access to like 10 weeks or 10 rounds or something. Like they didn't go into detail of that. They just said like pilot. So Megan can still hit. Amanda's already hit her first month. So she now has 5 months to hit 2 more times. Angela can hit because she's in her first month. So super exciting for people. And I think like the other thing that I like about that is if they sign up then as a discount coach, and then month 2, they're like, oh, I really like this. And I really like challenge groups. And like now they can still get that. You know what I mean? It's not just working coaches right from the start. So yes, so exciting. And I would love to see you guys all at a challenge, like a pilot group together, or test group together. That would be so awesome. So awesome. So that was a big change. And then also, I'm not sure if you saw, but BAR is now launching January 3rd and not 13th, which is true. Like they made a good point that it was like people want their groups to start the 6th. It's like, yeah, they do. And they left 5 of the workouts. So customers can get 5 of the workouts now and the prep workouts. And I did post a calendar in our team page if you want to send that to them. Like it's like a prep to the bar. So, and you still have promo codes, you should. And if you used 1 or 2 or 3, those got refilled. And it was like, I wasn't lying, I think was the title of the email. It was something weird like that. So I think that's the only general announcements.
Question. So did everyone get promo codes for this month?
Yes.
Okay. I'll check my email again because I didn't see one, but I'll check it again.
If you didn't get them, then I would message Coach Relations because I didn't initially get them and I had to message them.
Yeah, someone said that once and I looked and I didn't see it, but all right.
They were from Carl and it was something like, it was a weird title.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
I think it said something like important information, like it had Carl's name in the subject line. Because I think a lot of people were like, oh crap, I deleted that because it was like.
A lot of people deleted it.
Yeah.
Casey Reynolds, I am doing another round of 6 weeks starting the 6th. Actually, I'm going to do, because also 4 weeks prep is launching. So I'm actually going to do 3 of those and then 6 weeks so that I'm done by the March 9th for 10 rounds. But I will do bar here, there, and for the next couple weeks, I'm going to do some of the 5 bar workouts just to share about it. But I actually feel like I might do bar more when I'm training for my half marathon or marathon next summer. So Casey started lift 4. All right, Hannah, what are you done with the 6 weeks?
Yeah, we finished yesterday. I'm currently icing my shoulder because it was so double its size this morning. So the 800 reps kind of got me.
Oh my word. That was I did it today and I was about dead.
Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Gabe and I both did it. So it was his first program finished since we did quarter force a long time ago, like 2 years ago. We are restarting it tomorrow.
Oh, fun. Love it.
We did a meltdown cardio today and it had burpees and I was like, okay, my shoulder is not okay.
All those tricep push-ups.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like the top of my shoulder and it's like twice its size. I took a picture. It's really weird. It looks like I popped my shoulder out of the socket, but it's not. But like that's what the shape looks like. So I don't know. But yeah, I loved the work. I thought it was really, really cool. It's like really unique in comparison to all the other ones.
I agree.
And slower paced. I was able to sell it to my sister and her boyfriend. My sister signed up as a coach.
I saw that.
Because he's really into like slow. Like he doesn't believe in like fast paced. He doesn't like CrossFit because it's too fast paced and most things like just everyone moves too fast. So the work sold them on like the way he talks through every move and like knows all the names of the body parts and stuff. Got him. So
Yeah, you can definitely tell he's a
trainer.
trainer. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like certain things too that he talked about. He was like, I will never make you do this, and this, like the other Beachbody programs do. Cause he was like, this is bad for your this, that. And I was like, oh, interesting. Like,
yeah.
In his like range and repair days, he uses so many like physical therapy things too.
So
like I
good.
love it. Like I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna use that with my patients and stuff.
Yeah.
I was and like ankle mobility and stuff. Like he nails all that
Yes.
stuff.
He did. Yeah. I miss cardio a little bit. I feel like there's not very much cardio in it, and
Yeah.
they're longer. So like, I don't necessarily have the time to add 20 minutes of cardio, but yeah, that's my only complaint.
Yet I burn like 400 calories every workout.
Yeah, it's not an issue of burning calories. I just like always, I don't know. I started to enjoy cardio so much with Meltdown, but
yeah. And Amanda's going to be doing bar, right? She's doing bar. Crystal, are you going to do bar and the ultimate reset? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out. I was a little excited when bar wasn't coming out until the 13th because I was like, all right, I'll get through my detox week on the ultimate reset and then do it. And then I heard that it was coming out on the 6th. So
you can still wait till the 13th.
Yeah. Or start it and then do like ultimate reset on the 13th with everyone. I don't know. But I guess I need to figure that out in my plan.
Yes, now this week so that you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Angela, what are you doing? You can type Casey, what are you doing? Casey Reynolds. Casey Partridge already said what she's doing.
I'm doing ultimate reset, and I'm gonna do 21-day fix real time, depending on how I feel, because I've never done it before, the reset before. So we'll just see. I think I'll be fine, but we'll see how it goes.
So one thing we were talking about this, because I realized this when I did the 3-day refresh and I was still like working out. The reason why they say not working out, I think it's the amount of calories. And I could be wrong. Because then so I would just say like if you're doing 21-day fix while you're doing the ultimate reset, to make sure you add in some kind of other vegan protein, like another time a day.
Yeah, and I wonder if it would hurt to just have like vegan recover, like add that in after
That probably
I work
would
out.
work.
I'm sure that wouldn't be terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just gonna see how I feel, and if anything, at least try to just do 3 days a week workout. But
yeah,
I'm really excited. I'm a little scared, but I'm excited. I started reading through everything, and I just need a reset. Like my body needs it, so I'm excited.
That's good.
What was your question? What are we doing right now, or what are we doing in January?
What are you doing in January? What program are you going to do?
Oh, I don't know yet. Right now I'm doing 21-day fix extreme, and I really like it, and it's been really challenging for me. And I feel like I could do another round of that and like bump up my intensity again more and do less modification on it. But I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Yeah. What maybe would be fun if you are going to do 21-day fix extreme is then have other people join you. Like since you've already done 21-day fix, you could, like if they're new to working out, they could do the 21-day fix with, I mean, you're really kind of on the same program then.
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Perfect. All right. That's all I have planned. I was going to have this super awesome PowerPoint to like have a visual, and I worked too long today, so sorry.
Well, way to get all your work in on a Monday.
It's not all done. Okay.